Hello everyone! Today I want to practice my reading. I have some text that I took from Harry Potter novel. Before I start my practice, I want to introduce myself first. Hello, my name is Tefya Adiesty Aninda. My student ID number is 7311421105. I'm from Management A class. Okay, I will start it now. Stay tuned. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's
Anything you couldn't explain?
Chapter 1 The Boy Who Lived. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say that they were perfectly normal. Thank you very much. They were the last people you'd expect to be involved in anything strange or mysterious, because they just didn't hold with such nonsense. Mr. Dursley was the director of a firm called Crannings, which made drills. He was a big, beefy man with hardly any neck. Although he did have a very large mustache, Mrs. Dursley was thin and blunt and had nearly twice the usual amount of neck, which came in very useful as she spent so much of her time craning over garden fences, spying on the neighbors. The Dursleys had a small son called Dudley, and in their opinion there was no finer boy anywhere. The Dursleys had everything they wanted, but they also had a secret, and their greatest fear was that somebody would discover it. They didn't think that they could bear it if anyone found out about the Potters. Mrs. Potters was Mrs. Dursley's sister, but they hadn't met for several years. In fact, Mrs. Dursley pretended she didn't have a sister, because her sister and her good-for-nothing husband were as un-Dursleys as it was possible to be. The Dursleys shuddered to think what the neighbors would say if the Potters arrived in the street. The Dursleys knew that the Potters had a small son too, but they had never even seen him. This boy was another good reason for keeping the Potters away. They didn't want Dudley missing with a child like that. When Mr. and Mrs. Dursley woke up on the doll, "Great Tuesday, our story starts." There was nothing about the cloudy sky outside to suggest that strange and mysterious things would soon be happening all over the country. Mr. Dursley hummed as he picked out his most boring tie for work, and Mrs. Dursley gossiped away happily as she whistled and screaming Dudley into his high chair. None of them noticed a large, tawny owl flutter past the window. At 8:30, Mr. Dursley picked up his briefcase, pecked Mrs. Dursley on the cheek, and tried to kiss Dudley goodbye but missed, because Dudley was now having a tantrum and throwing his cereal at the walls. "Little tyke," shouted Mr. Dursley as he left the house. He got into his car and backed out of number 4's drive. I think that's all I can do. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Bye-bye.